Diesel engine power plant. Okay, today I am going to discuss about diesel engine power plants. Okay, diesel engine power plants are one of the demanded power plants nowadays. Okay, in case of your diesel engine power plants, diesel is used as a fuel here. And in which case diesel engine power plants are required? Whenever your water is not available sufficient quantity, and your fuel supply like your coal, coke, and your nuclear elements or radioactive elements are not available easily, during that conditions or in an emergency condition, also use of what diesel engine power plant. So diesel engine power plant is also known as your what standby. Okay, standby, that means in an emergency condition, so we suddenly use your diesel engine power plants. And one more thing is a what, this is a small unit power plants, that means it always generate a small quantity of your powers. That means it generate a small quantity of powers. Okay, it generally used in case of your standby conditions, like in case of your hospital. If suddenly your power supply is fall down, then during that periods in an during that periods we use your diesel engine power plants. Okay, so for that sake it also known as your what standby power plants. Okay, so in which case emergency, in which emergency case you use like your hospital, like your telephone. Okay, telephone exchange. If suddenly fall down your what power supply, and your radio station, cinema hall, etc. Okay, generally it produces how much amount of your powers? It generally produces what, 2 to 50 megawatt, not much more. So this one is a small unit of power plants. If you compare with the what, if you compare with the thermal power plants, in case of your thermal power plant, what happens there? In case of thermal power plants is generally, if you compare with the thermal power plants or nuclear power plants, okay, then generally it produces what, 500 megawatt maximum, or it may be more. Okay, so these, if you compare with the thermal power plants or nuclear power plants, diesel engine power plant is a very small power plant, small unit power productions power plant. Okay, but nowadays it is very important and very demanded. Because why? Because this is a small unit power plant, and it generally used in a standby conditions, that means in emergency conditions it suddenly use. Okay, so this one is your what, diesel engine power plants or standby power plants. And remember one thing, the general life of your diesel engine power plants up to your 2 to 5 year maximum. Okay, lifespan, that means how much year it will be last up to your what, 2 to 5 year maximum. But if you compare with the thermal power plants or nuclear power plants, which max to max your 30 year will be last. Okay, clear? That means a small unit power plants, it clearly shows your what, the diesel engine power plant is a small unit power plants. Again I am trying to repeat all these things. Diesel engine power plant is one of the demanded power plants nowadays. It also known as a standby power plants. Because why this one is known as a standby power plants? Because why, in an emergency condition, if the power supply is fall down during that period, so we suddenly use a what, diesel engine power plant. Diesel engine power plant is a small power generation, small unit power generation power plants. That means it always produce up to your what, 2 to 50 megawatt, not much more if you compare with the other power plants which produce of 500 megawatt. But in case of a diesel engine power plant, we can use your 2 to 50 megawatt, and your lifespan of your diesel engine power plant is your what, 2 to 5 year maximum, not excess. Okay, but if you compare with the others which last up to your 30 years. Okay, or in case of your diesel engine power plant, the fuel used in power plant is your what, diesel. And the engine use, what kind of engine are used for power production? So this one is a what, 4 cylinder 4 stroke diesel engine, or it also known as a what, compression ignition engine. Clear? The engine used for power production in diesel engine power plants, we know that in diesel engine power plant the fuel use is a what, diesel. But the engine use in case of your diesel engine power plant is a what, 4 stroke 4 cylinder your what, diesel engine. That means your fuel is your what, diesel, and which also known as your what, compression ignition engines. Okay, clear? Then why you adapted your diesel engine? Generally whenever your waters coals are not sufficient quantity, then during or in an emergency condition we use their what, diesel engine power plants. Okay, now what kind of advantages are, since just see here, this is the advantage of your what, advantage. 1 minute. Okay, I think clear. Okay, Now advantage, what are the basic advantages of your diesel engine power plant? Why you require why this one is very demandable power plants nowadays? What are the advantages? Design and installations are very simple, as this is a very small unit power plant, so design and installations are very simple. Occupy less space if you compare with the thermal power plant which required more space, so diesel engine power plants occupy very less space. Okay, standard losses are less. Similarly, if you compare with the thermal power plant, standard losses are less. Can respond to varying loads without any difficulty. Can respond to varying load. That means in case of your fluctuation condition, if the load is suddenly increased or if the load is suddenly decreased, during that condition periods, the diesel engine power plants withstands at a constant. That means your what at that means withstands at a constant unit. Okay, for that sake, it known as your what. It responds to verifying loads without any difficulty. Okay, next is your what requires less quantity of water for cooling purpose, as there is no water is at your working substance, so only for cooling purpose you use water. But if you compare with the thermal power plants, water is always take a main role. Because why? In case of a thermal power plant, your working substance is always taken as water. So in case of a diesel power plant, the less quantity of waters are used only for cooling purpose. Capital cost is less. This one is a very small power plant, so small power plant, so capital cost is less. No problem of ass handling, as there is no coal are used there, so no need of your ass handling, so no problem of ass handling. Then another one is a what lubrication system is more economical as compared to your steam power plants. Lubrication system is more economical, that means your non-expensive and low cost as compared to steam power plants. Because why? In case of your steam power plant, that means in case of your thermal power plants, whatever the number of units are there, number of accessories are there, number of components are there which required more lubrication facilities. But in case of your diesel power plants, no need to require more number of your lubrication facility, so for that sake lubrication system is more economical as compared to your steam power plant. Okay, this is all about your what advantage of your what, why you use in case of your general use, why you use your diesel power plant. This is all about your what advantage. Now let us discuss on your disadvantage. High operating cost. Okay, high maintenance and lubrication cost. Okay, diesel units capacity is limited if you compare with the waters. Diesel unit capacity is limited. Noise is serious problems. Generally we use your fuel is your diesel. We know that in case of your compression internal combustion engine, noise is a big problem. So this one is a one kind of internal combustion this one is a what internal combustion engine or compression ignition engine, so noise is a serious problem. And the life of diesel power plant is quite small, like your what it maybe last your 2 to 5 years, but if you compare with the steam power plants which like your what 25 to 30 years. Okay, clear? We know that this one is a small unit power plants and the life period is very small. It always take to time how much 2 to 5 years, but if you compare with the thermal power plants, it lasts your 25 to 30 years. Okay, this is all about your what, why you use diesel power plants and what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages. Okay, now let us enter to your working principles and component of your diesel power plants. Okay, before knowing anything else about your diesel power plant, first you try to keep on your minds about your what 4-stroke 4-cylinder compression ignition engine. That means your one of your what compression ignitions. Okay, the component of compression ignition and what kind of working principles are takes place inside your compression ignition engine. First you try to know about what is compression ignition engine. Okay, okay, this one is a what 4-stroke cycle diesel engine, or this also known as a what compression ignition engine. Okay, already know that in case of a diesel power plant, where it is used, what kind of advantages and disadvantages are seen, and where it is used, why this one is known as your standby power plants, and what kind of engine are used for power generation in diesel power plants. Okay, already we discussed the engine used in diesel power plant is a what 4-stroke diesel engine or compression this one is a what 4-stroke diesel engine or compression ignition engines. Okay, the 4-stroke diesel engine, or it also known as a what compression ignition engine. In case of your 4-stroke engine, there are the 4 strokes are possible inside the cylinders. That means your suction, compression. Okay, just see here and below, suction, compression, expansion and exhaust. Okay, now first we are going to discuss about a different component of your 4-stroke cycle diesel engine. Okay, the cycle is comprises with a what with a cylinder and piston arrangement. Okay, this one is your what cylinder. Okay, up to this space is your what cylinder volume, and this one is your what piston, and the line which is connected in between your piston and your what crank. Okay, this one is your what crank, clear, and the rod which is connected to your what piston and your crank is known as your what connecting rod, clear. This one is your connecting rod. Okay, this one is your crank. And remember one thing, always your pistons move to and fro motions. That means your what, this one is your reciprocating motion. Okay, that means why your piston move upward directions or either downward directions. This direction of movement is known as your what, reciprocating motions. But just see the below. In case of your crank, the crank is moved in a circular path. Okay, whenever your pistons are move upward and downward direction, during that period your crank is moved in a circular path. For that sake, we know that in case of your 4-stroke or in case of your 2-stroke engine, generally what happens there, your reciprocating motion, that means your piston movement motions, is always converted to the what, rotary motion of your crank. That means your reciprocating motion here converted to your what, rotary motion. Okay, the different components of your what, the cylinder piston arrangement is your what, this one is your cylinder, and the occupied space inside the cylinder is known as cylinder volume, and this one is your piston, and the rod which is connected to your what, piston and your crank is known as your what, connecting rod. And just see here at the toppermost section what, this one is your inlet valve and this one is your exhaust valve, and the red color, just see here, this one is known as your what, fuel injector. Okay, and remember one thing, if you compare with the diesel engine with your petrol engine. Okay, first one is a petrol engine and another one is your what, diesel engine. The fuel used in case of your petrol engine is your petrol, and the fuel used in case of your diesel engine is your diesel. And this one is your what, petrol engine is your what, spark ignition engine, and diesel engine is your what, compression ignition engine. Okay, before knowing anything else about your 4-stroke of your compression ignition, first you try to differentiate in between your petrol engine and diesel engine. Okay, we know that petrol engine is a spark ignition engine. For spark production, one of the what, spark plugs are required. Spark plug. Okay, in case of your petrol engine, spark plugs are required for burning the fuel or for proper combustions. But in case of your diesel engine, by the compression your fuel is burnt. Okay, clear? By the compression your fuel is burnt. By means what, your air is fully compressed. Okay, air is fully compressed, and when it reaches at a certain temperature, like your, it may be your 600 degrees Celsius or more, when it reaches at this point, then automatically some fuels are injected automatically during that period some fuel is injected to your compressed air. As a result, the fuel is burned. That is the basic difference between a what, petrol engine and diesel engine. This one is a spark ignition engine. For spark productions, one of the spark plugs are required. But in case of your diesel engine, this one is a compression ignition engine. So first what happens that the air is fully compressed, after that fuel is injected through your one of the injector. Okay, this is the basic difference between the petrol engine and diesel engine. Now let us consider what are the suction, compression and expansion and exhaust stroke. We know that the 4-stroke is completed the 4-stroke is completed in a one cycle. That means what, the 4-stroke cycle. 4-stroke means what, whenever your pistons move from upward to direction, upward to downward direction, this one is known as a 1-stroke. Again downward to upward direction, this also one of the stroke. So there are the 4 strokes are here, one of the suction, compression, expansion and exhaust. Okay, this one is a compression ignition engine. That means what, one of the fuel injectors are provided for burnt your fuel or for complete combustions. Okay, so see here, already you know the different components. This one is your cylinder, this one is your piston, this one is your connecting rod, and here this one is your crank, inlet valve and exhaust valve. And just see here, this one is your what, the uppermost section, this point is known as your TDC, that means your what, top dead center, and the lowermost section is known as your what, BDC, that means your bottom dead center. Clear? This one is your TDC and BDC. Okay, now we are going to start your what, suctions. During the suction conditions, when the pistons are moved downward directions, that means your what, when the piston move downward directions, this one is your upward case and this one is your lower case. So when the piston move downward direction, that means your what, TDC to BDC, during that period, so what happened there, the atmospheric air, that means what, the atmospheric air at a certain pressure is drawn inside the cylinder. That means what, the normal air, atmospheric air is entered through inlet valve to your what, to your the inside space of the cylinders. Okay, clear? Now, during that period what happened, your exhaust valve is fully closed. Just keep on your mind, exhaust valve is fully closed and inlet valve is open. When the piston is moved from your TDC to BDC, your inlet valve is open. For that says your normal air at a pressure, that means your atmospheric pressures, and it maintain atmospheric pressures and drawn into the cylinders up to which point, whenever your pistons when it reach your BDC, automatically your inlet valves are closed. Okay, now in suction condition what happens does, your normal air drawn inside the cylinder and your inlet valve is open and it just valve remains closed that periods, and the pistons are moved from your TDC to BDC. Okay, clear? Automatically the air is completely filled your vacuum, that means your what, blank space inside the cylinders. Clear? This is all about your suctions. And just see your movement of your connecting rod. Now what happened, first your cylinder position, first your piston position is here, then your piston position is here, then your piston is here, then at the end of the suction your piston position here, it reach your BDC point. Okay, automatically what happened there, your connecting rod are just reciprocate and your crank arm move in your clockwise directions and it moves certain perimeters or certain distance. Okay, clear? That means your reciprocating motion is converted to what, rotary motions. That means your connecting rod transmit your motion here. This is all about your suction. Okay, now let us enter to your compression. What is the meaning of compression? Again, whenever your pistons are move upward direction, in case of your suction what happen, when your pistons are moved from TDC to BDC, now what happen, your piston move from BDC to TDC. Okay, clear? When the piston move from BDC to TDC, already the air is completely filled inside the cylinder. Okay, before suction which is completely blank, but after suction it is filled with your atmospheric airs. Okay, before starting up the compressor, your inlet valve and exhaust valve are fully closed. Just keep on your minds. In case of your suction, inlet valve opens, but in case of your compression, both inlet and exhaust valve are fully closed and your piston starts to move from BDC to TDC. Okay, during that period what happens, when the pistons move upward directions, automatically the air is compressed. Okay, clear? The air is compressed and the pressures and temperature of the air is reached at a point, that means your pressure reached up to how much, 35 bar, let us consider, and the temperature reach your what, 600 degree Celsius. Whenever your compressions are takes place, we know that during compression your pressures and temperatures are increased. Okay, clear? This is all about your compressor. Similarly, in case of your suction what happen, your piston movements are downward directions, but in case of your what, your compression stroke, your piston movement are upward directions. Clear? This is all about your compression. Now let us enter to your what, expansion. At the end of the compression, okay, in case of your compression what happen, your pistons are moved from your BDC to TDC. Okay, whenever it reach your TDC point, automatically the air is fully compressed and reach your pressure 35 bar and temperature is 600 degrees Celsius. Okay, at the end of the compression, suddenly some air is injected at a high pressure. Okay, through your injector, one of the injector is connected at the middle point of your what, inlet valve and exhaust valve. Okay, after the end of the compression, at a high pressure, the air is the fuel, that means your what, diesel. Okay, the diesel is injected at a high pressure to, in which, that means your, in where, that means your what, whenever your diesel is injected through your injected to your compressed air or into compressed air, then automatically the temperature which is carried or which is carried due to compression, okay, which help to burn the fuels. So there is no need of your spark plugs. By the help of your compression, automatically the fuel is burnt here. But exactly what happened then, if you think practically or if you analyze practically, before reaching the piston to your top dead centers, already the power, that means your what, already the power will the fuel is burnt and the power already generated. Okay, not end of the compression. Okay, clear? That means your what, ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମ जो ପିଷ୍ଟନଟା TDC को पहुँची नथिबो ता पूर्वरो ही आमर हो जाए कौन ना बर्न हो जाए fuel, completely burnt your fuels and the power will be generated. Okay, clear? And due to that pressure, when the power is generated, the high pressure is created. Due to that pressure, what happened? That pressure is act on your what piston head, and due to that pressure, what happened? In case of your exhaust, in just enter to your exhaust. Before that, please try to clear about expansion. In expansion, what happen when the fuel is completely burnt at the end of the compression or before compressions? Now what happen, the power will be generated and the fuel is completely burnt. Now the pistons are move what again TDC to your BDC. Okay, adiabatically, that means no heat enter to the system and no heat reject from the systems, and the air, the compressed burnt air, now the fuel is completely burnt. That means this one is known as your what? Flue gases. The flue gases are expand adiabatically. That means your what? When the pistons are moved downward directions, the expansion takes place. Okay, due to expansion, this process is known as your what? Expansion. Okay, clear? In case of expansion process, what happens there? Okay, when your piston reach at BDC point, automatically the burnt fuel are occupy all the space of your what? Cylinder. Okay, clear. This is all about your what? Expansion. Now let's enter to your what? Last process. What is the last process? Last process is your exhaust. What happened there? Now already in case of your expansion, the power will be generated and the fuel is completed to your burnt gas or the flue gases. Now the flue gases are exhaust to atmosphere. How it is possible? Exhaust to atmospheres. That means discharge to the atmosphere. How it is possible? When the piston again move upward direction from your what? BDC to your what? TDC. When it moves again upward directions, then automatically due to pressure of your what? Piston, the air is fully discharged through your exhaust valve. During that period, try to clear the exhaust valve is open, not closed. Just see here, in case of your suction, the inlet valve is open, but in case of your exhaust, the exhaust valve is open. So due to pressure of your piston, all the exhaust gas are exhaust through exhaust pipe or exhaust valve to your atmospheres. Now the cycle is complete. Again the cycle is repeated during your what? Power production process. Okay, this is all about your what? Working principle of 4-stroke cycle diesel engine. By the compression, the power will be generated, and by the injector, by the help of your injector, the fuel is injected to the system. Okay, clear? This is all about your what? 4-stroke cycle diesel engine. The engine is used in case of your diesel engine for power productions. Okay, this is very important part of your what? Diesel power plant.